Okay, so one of the things that I like to do after having a little accident, like the last one, I would have to call that a near miss, in fact. Amazing I didn't get a shock during that process, but I am pretty cautious about touching any open metal of any sort while I'm in here. I like to think about, well, why did I make that mistake? What exactly went through my head that led me to plug my speaker directly into the output of the tube? And in thinking about it, I think it goes like this. I know the connector used to have 4 wires on it, 2 field coil, 2 going to the output transformer on the speaker. With the 2 field coil leads cut away, what's going on in my head is I'm thinking, well, okay, there's no high voltage going to the speaker. And that's true. There's no high voltage going to the field coil of the speaker. But there's still high voltage going to the output transformer. So I think that's where my head went wrong. I sort of registered the fact that there's no field coil, therefore no high voltage, and then what's left? Well, no high voltage must be only voice coil in the speaker. The 2 wires coming out scream at me all the time, voice coil connection, even, that's another thing about me. So it's always good to stop, analyze your mistakes, try to understand what the root cause is. It's usually stupidity, and not just carry on. I think that's a little bit unwise. Okay, but somehow this is the second time I've made this rather bad mistake, and funny, it doesn't seem to cause the speaker any problems. The speaker internally doesn't really feel the high voltage, not really, but it feels the plate current flowing through it. A little too much plate current, and it'd be goodbye to the speaker. But we won't analyze that anymore because now I have the proper speaker connected. And yeah, okay, I'm over it. I hope you're over it too. Let's carry on now. We can switch this back on. Yeah, I think in life, when people are going through life, making mistakes, we all do. Certainly, if you're not making mistakes, you're not really doing anything. You're not really learning anything. You're not doing anything where you're in any realm to learn something. And I think that's an unfortunate way to go through life. I think you want to go through life learning stuff all the way. And boy, I'm very close to starting a speech on religion, but I won't. I'll stay away from that. And now, oh, for crying out loud. I don't know if you can hear that, but I got a cat. Wait a minute. Okay, I had to run away and deal with my cat there. So, okay. So we'll repeat those voltage measurements just to be sure. I can't imagine they'll be any different though. Okay, we're on restricted power, so 94 and 104. It's slightly higher maybe. 130. This is dropping a bit. Is it really fully? 126. Looks like it's going to get down to like 125 or something. So right now the eye is hooked up to 107 volts. If we move it over here, it can get 125. That's one option. Back on the -6. Oh. This is the grid voltage again. -6. That's a little better, isn't it? It looks like -2 is the lowest. -6. Okay, enough of that. I think the first thing we'll try is moving the B+ wire of the magic eye onto the higher voltage setting. I think that's our smart move for this. And how hard can that be? Not hard at all. Power's off. So that's the high voltage wire there. Let's see if I can give you a little more of an interesting camera view of this. Exciting operation here. As long as I don't tug the camera wire. There we go. Yeah, what can happen here with the camera, I get the camera aimed and I turn my attention to the work, then my knee tugs on the camera wire or something and the camera rotates. I don't even see it happening. So sometimes if I've got bad camera angles, it's because of me. Just move that back there. I want to cast this over the top of here. I want to feed it up in behind. Oh. Okay, so that was a phone call about donating clothes. We do that a lot. I suppose that's a common thing all over the world. Organizations that come by and get your old clothes and stuff and then use that stuff to donate to others who are in need of it. So that's what that phone call was, just in case you're curious about who's calling Jim. And I have a phone in my shop? No, I have a portable phone sitting in here. That's why I got a phone here. Okay. Now I'm totally lost. What am I doing? Oh yeah, connecting. Yeah. So that's how stuff happens. I left my soldering iron turned up hot, so it's pretty darn hot. Hang on a second here. Hold on another second here. Yeah, you're not going to get a good view anyway, but I'm just soldering a wire here, so. Doesn't look very good. No, that's rock solid in there. Okay. I think we're ready to try this radio once again. This time we're going to want to be able to see the magic eye. So I'll turn it like this. And there, of course, is the magic eye. Still connected to the signal generator, and I think we're good to go. Switch is on. Okay, we're going on power restriction. Now that's interesting. When I turned that radio on, I heard a come out of the speaker, just a very quick and I wonder if that's related to that diode in the power supply. I wonder. So here we go. Let's turn the lights off here because I don't think it's going to make the Magic Eye turn into a headlight or anything like that. Oh, we better give it full voltage too, right? Come on, Magic Eye. Show me some glow here. So I'm looking at it in the camera because I know the camera's a little more sensitive. I don't see a thing on there. Let me block the two lights here. View. I still see nothing. I see the red glow now of the heater in the camera, and that really is there. It really is a red glow. I see nothing from the tube at all. Okay, let me tune and see if we can see any change in the tube. Oh, not seeing anything. Let's try it with the other camera. I'm now operating in the dark here in my shop, so. Okay, I'm going to tune across. I thought it operated better before. I moved the wire. I don't see anything there. I think a big phooey is deserved at this point. What's going on? Let's just check and make sure I got some voltage on that wire. $120 volts. And it's really looking for 200. Next step, put a different tube in there. So I'm going to change that one out and put this tube in. See what happens at this point. Okay. Take out the old tube here. Pull it out. Put in the new one. Okay, you can see the new tube and the old tube are a little different. The glass envelope is shaped differently. Shouldn't make any difference in its operation though. Dimensionally it's the same length in that because it's an exact replacement. It's just the updated version. So the one I'm removing is a much older tube than the one I'm putting in. Yeah, much older being like maybe 10 years older. Okay. And I don't want to tighten this because if the tube works, we're going to want to rotate it into a very particular position to give the proper look. So there it is, in there. And we're ready for another test. Breathe in deep. Take a deep breath. Here we go again. Everything's all safe and ready. Okay, let's cut back on the light here. Everything's ready to go. Going down. Power on, restricted power on. Keep your eye on that magic eye. Keep your eye on the eye. Come on, turn green. I see some green in there. I definitely see a little bit of green happening. I think I see some green. Maybe it's just a reflection. Okay, let's give it full voltage though. I don't see anything there. Let's look at it with the other, well, the other camera's up in the sky right now. Okay, less light. Quick. Total darkness. Darker yet. Well, I don't think there's anything there. Let's well, what else could be wrong here? No heater. No, the heater's on. No B plus. Sure think there's B plus there. No grid signal. No, there seems to be a voltage on the grid. That won't affect the brightness anyway. It's still got to be like a B plus of some sort. Some kind of B without the plus or something. I don't know here. Let's see. So I want to turn it down. I have to listen to that. So we're hitting that tube with 120 volts. Well, it's a chance the tube I just put in doesn't work. Not a very great chance. It was tested, but it's tested quite some time ago. I made a mistake on the wire I moved. The wire I moved is not what I think it is. 2 heaters, a ground, and a signal wire. 5 wires. So I counted for them all. This wire was connected to B+, so it was just connected to a different spot in the B+ filter, a lower voltage point. Wow, why would they, come on, this has to work. This has to work. It has to work better than it's doing, that's for sure. 117 volts. Round and round and round we go. Let's look at the voltage on that resistor on the back of the What are we seeing there? Absolute 0 volts. That doesn't seem right, does it? That does not seem right. So let's take a look at a typical circuit here. Not sure how this is going to come out. I'm just going to shoot the camera right at my computer screen. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, right. I can't monitor what's on the camera image when I do this. Duh. So hopefully I have this thing aimed right at that circuit diagram. That's a typical diagram. You see the resistor? See the resistor there? That's the 1 megohm resistor. On one side of it is B+, and on the other side should be pretty much B+. Wow. It's a 1 meg resistor. Almost no current flowing through it. You can only read one end of it. The other end is hidden away inside the tube socket. Yeah, I did not put the tube socket on all the way. Would that be the problem? The tube's not fully plugged in. I can't go much further. It just barely goes in. Ah, what a. Well, let's try this. I'll unplug the tube, try to read the voltages in the socket. Ah, what a. What's that going to prove? Really is absolutely nothing on this eye. Let me check that again, because there's a difference between a little bit of glow and none whatsoever. There's quite a difference there. So, okay, so we are on full voltage here. Go to the dark. Go to the dark side. I don't think I see any green glow there. Yeah, you know, my guess is there's no B plus on this tube. That would be my guess. There certainly is B plus on the end of the wire that goes up there. Yeah, my only option is to unplug the socket and read right in the socket. So I think I'm just going to shut the set off for that operation. You know, like it's barely plugged in there. Okay, set on again. Oh, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, of course, because when you unplug the tube, you know, the heaters on the tubes are all in series. So if I unplug this tube, then nobody gets any heater current. Well, isn't that a silly situation? So I plug it in, can't make any readings, unplug it, still can't make any readings. Duh. I'm a little concerned about reading 0 on that end of that resistor. Oh man, okay. Time to do something else, I think. I'll have to think about this one a little bit. See you later.